Hey honeys, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a review on the Dominique Cosmetics Lemonade palette. This company, Dominique Cosmetics, was founded and created by Kristen Dominique. She is a YouTuber and she's very dedicated to what she does. I'm very proud of her. She came out with the Latte palette first, which I do own. It is a neutral palette with a few pops of color. This was the very first thing she launched, and her second launch is the Lemonade collection. There isn't just a palette in this collection, there are also 4 lip glosses, which I did not purchase because I do not wear lip gloss that often. This was a summer launch. It launched on June 19th on DominiqueCosmetics.com. It retails for $42, but I paid $46 because it was $4 shipping. You can now get Dominique Cosmetics in Sephora. I'm not sure if they still have the Latte palette in Ulta, but I got the Latte palette from Ulta. June 29th is when I ordered this palette, and I ordered this at exactly 12:01 a.m. Hours later that day, this palette was sold out. I was worried that since this palette was sold out, that I would not be receiving one, so I did send out an email asking if I would still be receiving a palette. I waited a couple of days, did not receive a response, so I went to their Instagram and I commented asking if I would still get the palette. They did say that it takes 1 to 2 days to process orders. It had been like 4 days at this point, and they had not processed my order, nor had they send me an email. It got to the point where I got so fed up that I emailed them a third time, telling them that because I felt like I was being ignored, I wanted to cancel my order. It was a little immature, but I was just frustrated that I was being ignored. This is what they said through Instagram. Hi Jaylene, we just wanted to send you a DM letting you know that we received your email and we are working on getting this resolved ASAP. You should hear from us in the next few days on the new shipping date. It should not be too long from now. This DM was sent to me on July 4th. Kristen Dominique sent us a whole email talking about how the shimmers in this palette were not good and that she was going to be sending new palettes to everyone who purchased one. I never heard back from them until July 16th, and that is when they told us that the palette would be shipping the week of July 23rd. That week came along and I was wondering if I was going to be receiving a tracking number, so I did send an email on the 25th. They told me, yes, the palette started shipping today and will be completed by tomorrow, and you will be receiving a tracking email as soon as they ship. But then on Thursday, July 26th, I saw this Instagram comment that the shipping started that day and that they would be completed by Friday. I was starting to get really confused. Friday finally came along and I never received a tracking number, but I decided to wait until Monday, which was July 30th, and I sent an email asking if it was normal that I hadn't gotten a tracking number. They told me that my order would be shipping that day. I did receive a tracking number. When I opened the tracking number, it said it was in pre-shipment, so I was very excited that I was finally going to get this palette, and I received the palette that Friday, which was August 3rd. It took over a month for me to receive this palette. Now I get it. I get that the formula was not good. I get that she had to change it, but I did not appreciate being lied to. I was told that the palette was going to ship a certain date and it didn't. It just felt like they were all over the place. I actually had really high hopes, especially because I waited that long for this palette. The quality of this palette is questionable. The shimmers in this are very lackluster. Now the mattes in this palette are a completely different story. The first shade is Lemon Soda. It is a beautiful shimmery yellow shade. This is what it looks like on my finger, and I'm gonna swatch it on my hand. This one is not that bad. It is pretty lackluster. I was expecting it to be a lot brighter, a lot more vibrant. It doesn't really show up as bright as it does in the pan. However, you can build this one up. This one I don't have too much problems with. I do just have to build it up, but I can make it work. Now the next one is Pink Lemonade. My only issue with this shade is when you put it on your eyes, it does show up a lot more gold than it does pink. This is a pink with a gold duochrome, and it is very beautiful. And this is one of the better shimmers, but like I said, it does show up very gold on the eyes. That is the only reason why I don't tend to reach for it. The next shade is Nude Tea. This is just a matte cream shade, and this is very buttery and smooth, and it's so pigmented. Next we have Peach. It is a beautiful peachy shimmer. However, this barely shows up. I mean, it's showing up decent because I think my hand is wet. I'm actually going to swatch it on my other hand. Or maybe let's do my wrist. I just want to compare it to Pink Lemonade because Pink Lemonade is very vibrant. Do you see the intensity difference in these two? I am super disappointed in that shade. Also, I don't know if you can tell, but it has super bad hard pan. Next we have the shade Cucumber. And I feel the same way about this shade. That is it on my hand. You can barely see it. I'm going to swatch it next to Pink Lemonade. I promise there was pigment on my finger. You can see it right there. That shade just makes me sad. But next we have Mango, which is probably my favorite shade in this palette. Beautiful. Look at that. I'm going to put a second layer. Oh, that is so beautiful. This one is called Sweet Tea. It is a beautiful orange. This one's also matte. Oh, look at how, and this is just one swatch. These mattes are fantastic. It does kick up quite a bit of product when you put your brush or your finger in it, but it's pigmented and blendable, so I can't complain. The next shade is Chai Tea, and it is a brown, but it has like a purple or pinky undertone to it. I love this. I hate browns, but I love this shade. Next we have the shade Strawberry. I'm not a fan of how this shows up. I was expecting this shade to show up a lot more pink. I don't know if you can tell, but it does not look nearly as bright as it looks in the pan. Finally, we have the best shimmer in this entire palette, and that is the shade Blueberry Fizz. Look at that. I wish every single shimmer in this palette worked like this color. I forgot to mention this palette does come with a mirror, and it does come with this outside packaging. And the way Kristen described it is that this feels like the texture of a lemon. I don't know if I'd describe this palette as a lemonade palette. There are these two yellows, this green, and these two pinks. These five just kind of seem out of place. A lot of people were expecting a lime green in this palette. I kind of expected that too, but I do like the colors she chose. I'm just not the biggest fan of the quality. I do have a demo for this video, however, the demo is not my favorite eyeshadow look. I tried to pair these three shades together because I thought it would look pretty, but it did not look good. I hated my makeup that day. Some of these colors do not work well together. I wish there were more mattes in this because it gets kind of boring using the same shades in the crease over and over and over again. I know you can use shimmers in the crease if you want to, but not everyone does that. So even if I were to sit here and say, you can use every single shimmer in this in the crease, not everyone is going to do that. While I do like this shade, I kind of wish she replaced it with a different matte. I do not recommend this palette at all. Even though I do love the mattes in this palette, I can't recommend a $42 palette just for 5 shades that I like. However, because I did love the matte shades in that palette, I decided to buy the Latte palette, and I got it from Ulta. If you love this palette and you were able to make it work, that's great, but I haven't been able to make it work. I've even used eyeshadow primer, and I never use eyeshadow primer. However, if you'd like to see the demo, which is not my best eye look, just keep on watching. Okay, I have to be quite honest. I'm not super impressed with the shimmer shades on the top lid, but I really like how they look on the bottom lid. They look super galaxy-like. I'm gonna use the Too Faced Glitter Glue. I've already applied concealer to my lid. Now I'm just gonna take the shade Nude Tea, and I'm gonna use this to set my lid. I'm gonna go in with Mango. A lot of people keep describing this as a mustard color, but it also just reminds me of a mango. If you heard any noise in the background, I apologize. I just realized my fan was still on. And I'm just gonna build this up in the crease. And this yellow is fantastic. Next, I'm gonna take the shade Sweet Tea, which is an orange. And I'm applying this directly in the crease. I'm just going to take a smaller fluffy brush and blend some of Mango over that because I really do not want that mango shade to get lost. Next I'm going to go in with Chai Tea, which is this brown right here. I'm putting this very precisely in the crease and I don't want to apply too much of it because it will darken the look. Now I'm going to take a little bit of Sweet Tea and just blend that, and then some Mango, and just blend them all together. Okay, so instead of using concealer, I'm going to cut my crease with the Too Faced Glitter Glue. I've actually never used this, so let's see how this goes. That is very sticky and I like that. I originally applied Pink Lemonade, but I didn't really like how it looked, so I topped it with Strawberry, but I'm still going to apply it anyway just so my eyes look the same. And I did wet it because I didn't think it was showing up too great. This brush is actually dry. I mean, it's showing up, but I don't know, I don't know. I just don't think I like that shade. Okay, now I'm topping it off with Strawberry, and I actually like how that looks. That looks really good. Alright, now I'm going to go into the shade Cucumber. Hoping for the best here, and I'm applying this to the center of the lid. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I mean, it's showing up, but I feel like all of these shades are so lackluster. I wet my brush with a little bit of Fix Plus. I like how Cucumber shows up under a black base, but over a white-ish base. I don't know. The color I am impressed with is Blueberry Fizz, which is the next shade I'm using. This one right here. And I did not need to wet this one. This one is actually super pigmented. Apply this on the outer corner. So for my inner corner highlight, I'm going to apply Lemon Soda, and I think the shade is beautiful. I really want to put this on my lid a different day. I'm also going to put this on my brow bone. Alright, now I'm just going to apply eyeliner. Now I'm just going to apply some black liner to my waterline and the lower lash line. I really want this to be messy. I'm going to take a super small brush. I'm pretty sure this is a lip brush, and I'm going to dip into Chai Tea. I'm just going to use this to set the black eyeliner. Now I'm going to apply Strawberry in the inner third, Cucumber on the center, and Blueberry Fizz on the outer part, just like I did on the lid. Do you see this? This actually looks gorgeous over black. As usual, I'm going to apply mascara off camera, and then I will be right back with my final thoughts. Okay everyone, so that was the demo, and that completes this review on the Dominique Cosmetics Lemonade Palette. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Stay golden!